Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Orman. This is my first ever playthrough of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, April 17th in Ninetales Vale, Yokai Lane. I already told you I'm a lawyer assigned to this game. Oh god. I need to study the crime scenes. If you please tell me where the QB Manor is. You can't fool me. You're just some delinquent high school student playing hooky. You stupid pig-headed. Get him, whoever it is, get him. When people talk about like music in games, right? I feel like when people do top 10 like soundtracks in games, top 10 composers, the Ace Attorney series is like so overlooked on everybody's lists. I want to do top 10 composers soon, just so I can like right or wrong. Not that I have the power to do that, but I want to like make sure like this is like the like top 10 like soundtracks of overall franchises, right? Top 10 franchise soundtracks. And like this would be like top 5 easily in these games. The Attorney is just for show, you know. It's so cool that this is the first way we're seeing it, by the way. Like, I love her enthusiasm. Looks like I just found Miss Athena Sykes. Why would you believe me? Don't expect me to defend you in court if you ever get arrested. Yeah, you tell him. Well, I'm the one who usually does the arresting, so... Say, shouldn't you be getting back to school? Oh, like the shock on the thing as well. Shouldn't you be mind your own business? I already told you I'm a lawyer, not a student. That's it, enough of your lies. You're coming with me. No, you don't. No, you don't. Ah! Get your hands off me. Oh my god, I love these. Ooh. Athena, that's a policeman.
What the?
You know what kind of reminded me of the Susanoo throw, you know? I love the animated cutscenes. You know what's so cool about this game, like about the Ace Attorney series? I said this on Twitter as well. I talked about how, like, to me, it's like in the Ace Attorney franchise, like all of the, like the women are hilarious. Like they're just so funny. Like every like companion we're with, whether, you know, is always, I talked about in this series before, how like they just do the most hilarious stuff constantly. They're so funny. And like the thing is like, it's like, I really like it's not at the expense of making them dumb, right? It then like like Trucy's not dumb. Maya's not dumb. Athena's not dumb. What it is like you have this really comedic soul, and like the traits that make them super funny are either like their enthusiasm, their hyper focus on like their magic, you know, their like view of the world or the view of the universe, like, you know, the way Pearly would view things in the universe differently as well. It's actually just like a really cool way of like making characters hilarious without making them really silly. And there's nothing wrong with having like a really not silly, nothing wrong with having like a really like, you know, a character who's not very bright, because you're gonna get characters like that. But I really feel like they do a good job with like this not the sidekick, but the side character, the one who backs us up, because I always feel like they're hilarious without being stupid, if that makes sense. Whoops. Are you okay? I think so, but that police officer's out cold. We better run. He probably won't remember. And he won't tell anyone anyway. Because then he's going to have to say to everyone at the precinct what he thought was a school student did a judo throw on me and knocked me out cold. I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's okay. Honestly, it's okay. I do that when people suddenly grab me. It's like a reflex or something. Okay, that's perfectly fine. You know, he had no business actually touching you, so it's fine. Reflex sounds like more like a felony, I guess so. But yeah, it seems like yeah, no, she's not feeling too good right now. Yeah, no, 100%. Like it's like, and some people have these reflexes, especially like if they're if they've gone through something or something has happened to them, or so, like they don't like people touching them. It's 100% okay to not like people touching you, especially since you aren't actually breaking the law in any way, shape, or form. You're Athena Sykes, I take it? That would be me. And you are? By the way, guys, if you're new to this series and this franchise, I'm sorry, but like I will always be taking the side of my guys. Unless they do something pretty horrible, that's different. But like, we like Athena so far. I'm Apollo Justice. I work at the Write Anything Agency. The Write Anything Agency? What a fishy sounding name. That's who you were. Okay. It's a long story, but it's a law. It is a law office among other things. Did Mr. Wright explain it to you? All right, that right. So then you must be... Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you. I could say the same thing to you. Well, here I am. Now, how about telling me a little bit about yourself? Mr. Wright didn't really tell me much. As always. Oh, of course. Feel free to ask away. This is awesome. Just a great way to get to know someone as well. So we have like, oh, she's not, I actually like this. They're not adding to the actual court record until we talk to them. Okay, so Athena, let's learn about Athena. So Athena, here you just passed the bar. That's right. And here's my shiny new badge to prove it. Isn't it beautiful? It's nice. It's nice to be so proud of something as well. Oh, you must be a bit younger than me. She's 18, I believe, right? We're 23? A bit more than you might think, in fact. I'm only 18. Yep, that we found in the last trial. 18? How in the world did you become a lawyer at that age? Yeah, doesn't it take like years upon years? I skipped a few grades while I was an exchange student in Europe. Okay. And I got my license to practice law while I was over there. All I can say is, wow, she must be a genius or something. I also study analytical psychology. Thought it might help me be a better lawyer. It did help us in the trial. It helped us in the trial. Psychology helps her be a better lawyer? How exactly does that work? Oh, wait. Just wait, Apollo. Just wait. So let's talk about the psychology then. Let's ask about this. So Athena, you mentioned studying psychology. That's right. I've always wanted to bring analytical psychology into the courtroom. The power of psychology will bring a breath of fresh air to the legal system. Oh, really? So how do you plan on using it to defend our client? Well, for example, I can try to listen in on a witness's inner voice, and then analyze their psychology state with the help of my trusty partner, Widget. Widget? The device around my neck here says, hi, say hi, Widget. Hi, Widget. This is a really cool device. It talks? Whoa, you need a volume knob. Anyway, you need a She's so forward, right? She's so forward. She like doesn't have a filter. The little guy will sometimes say what I'm feeling. Awkward. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Now that I seriously doubt. That's really funny. That's super funny. You need a volume knob. She's very forward. So tell me about our client. What are they like? Oh right, you haven't met him yet. Well, and that about sums up. Was she crying? Oh no, she's crying. He's more worried about his daughter than himself. What a wonderful father. Oh my god. The animations in this game are actually very cool. I was so worried about the 3D, to be honest, before I played Ace Attorney Chronicles, and then when they did a really good job with the animations, that too, it removed my my worries completely. Wait, are you crying? I'm not crying. There was something in my eye. They're called tears. Moving right along. Let's get down to business. Helping our client is priority number 1. Oh, I almost forgot. I have something you might be interested in. I got it on my way here. Think it might have something to do with our case? Oh, really? You found something? Special edition covering our case. That was quick. That was the whole point of the special editions, isn't it? To be the first one on the scoop. Rapido. She's great. Right, let's see what it says here. What's to do with the Spanish? What I do love about the introduction of the widget, the introduction of her character, and is actually like a very cool thing that they're doing here, like with the flashback. We had an introduction to her, like kind of again, we just get thrown to the wolves, as we always say in the first trial. We got to talk to her, see how she acts, see how she talks about like Juniper, for example, see how she treats people, and then we get an introduction to her. So like the introduction is almost like even like without even being too meaty, we get a lot out of the introduction because then we can call back to what we've seen before. So she talks about the widget, for example. You'll get used to it. We don't need to talk any more about it because we got an explanation of it in the last trial. We know her crying about someone is very normal for her because she's a very caring person, because we saw how she treated Juniper. I do love how they do the introductions in this game. I love when they do this type of stuff in these games. Tenma was seen. What? He was seen flying through. Real or flight of fancy? An airborne figure resembling Tenma was captured at 3:40 p.m. near Ninetails Vale. How does it even work? Yeah, somebody happened to snap that photo near Ninetails Vale. The article goes on to say it might be connected to our case. Apparently that photo was shot right after the murder occurred. Well, there were black feathers and strange tracks at the crime scene. I'm not surprised the locals think yokai was involved. A yokai was involved. Yeah, but like, again, we've done seances like in the trials before. We've literally summoned dead ex-lawyers into the bodies of their sister. or not the sister of Pearl that happened. It wasn't, remember that we summoned her into the body of Pearl? That was a crazy one. So like it's actually, you know, it's possible, but again, I'd like to think there's another like explanation for it. Wait a second. Yokai isn't one of those Japanese monsters? My God. You don't actually think it was a supernatural murder, do you? What they're doing here with the dialogue is, I didn't even pick up on this, guys. The dialogue here is that she's adding in different like European like terms, like in languages, because she studied in Europe. Very cool. No, of course not. Now German, why not plain old English? Because again, she's probably just used to like adding in different like phrases when she's doing shopping and stuff. A newspaper with a photo of Tenma soaring through the air. Andale, Apollo. Let's get cracking on the crime scene already. I'm actually very excited to do this. Very excited. Okay, cool. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it with the 3D rendered backgrounds, they definitely take, it makes sense why the game, when I downloaded it, had a lot more memory than like the original Ace Attorney franchise, of course, because the 3D takes up more space. It makes sense. And I wonder if that is connected to why we're not examining every single area. Because it might take up, again, I don't know, you guys probably know, my two assumptions is that like it probably takes up like a lot of space to like be able to examine every single 3D object like you could the 2D objects. My other assumption about it is that maybe they only want you examine, maybe we're going to examine the only specific crime scenes, and we'll see that now. Maybe that's another thing they don't want us to do. They want us to do. Look at this place. Do you hear that? It sounds like a TV or something. Oh, look. There's a TV in that little room in the corner. In other news, the mysterious masked wrestler, the amazing Nine Tails, has been confirmed missing according to the source. Oh my God. It appears he disappeared sometimes after the special event held in Nine Tails Vale today. He also failed to appear at the match today, where he was scheduled to defend his title. Local villagers say his disappearance may be connected to Tenma recent escape. So that wrestler's gone missing. Oh my God, is this a manager? Is this a wrestling manager? Hey, you two, you don't belong in here. Eek. Don't worry, there's nothing suspicious. What about them horns of yours? They look mighty suspicious if you ask me. No, honestly, I'm not a demon. I am a demon though. I love the music. Horns, that's my hair. Anyway, we're lawyers and we're here to... Ah! I love this guy's design. Look at the eyes.
You're them lawyers come to defend Mayor Tenma, ain't you? I should have reckoned one with that expensive looking bracelet you got there.
Do not even look at my bracelet. It's my bracelet given to me. What we don't know was given to us by our mother, but...
The name's Phineas Filch. I'm the caretaker here. Pleased to meet you.
I love it. I love it. He's a caretaker. I thought he was going to be a manager or something. Same here. Talk about a quick change of heart.
So tell me, demon lawyer, bet you use them demonic horns of yours to scare the bejeebers out of witnesses, huh? Come here, you little horn demon, you.
Is he like... Youch, wait. Give me back my bracelet. Give it back right now. These horns are... I mean, my hair isn't meant to threaten anyone.
They ain't? Seems like a mighty big waste of perfectly good horns if you ask me.
Give me back the bracelet.
Think I ain't none of my business, so...
That was fast. Guess he's done with me. No. Get the bracelet back.
Well, I guess back to work.
Get the...
Hold it!
Halt, stop right there. Oh, Athena, you doing this for us? Apollo, your bracelet's gone. Ah.
Don't you worry, Mr. Lawyer, sir. I'll check the lost and found later.
Dude. It's on your wrist. Somehow I don't think that would be necessary. Just check your wrist right now.
Whoa!
That's a cool animation.
The cat's out of the bag.
It was barely in the bag in the first place. Yeah, you weren't very good at hiding that, brother. You weren't. That was a pretty pathetic attempt. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Just couldn't control myself. Please forgive me. I'm begging you.
Dude, here's the thing, right? Like I don't ever like. I'm not gonna get mad at someone like if they're down on the luck, right? But here's the thing. That was given to me by my. It's very sentimental. Like, dude, it's not right. You know what I mean? Especially since Apollo's such a good dude, you know what I mean? It's not like you're robbing off like, you know, a rich person here or something, or robbing off like someone who's done something bad. Apollo's a good dude, so please don't, okay? Look at his face. Yeah, like, yeah, for sure. He knows what he's doing. I almost feel so sorry for him. That's what he's trying to do, Apollo. Look at his face. Look at this. Hey, look at that. Rub, 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 rub. Hey, like, see what I mean? Rub, 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 rub. Hey, like, he knows what he's doing. What should we do about him, Apollo? Well, I got my bracelet back and he seems sorry enough, so...
I knew you'd understand, Mr. Lawyer, sure. You obviously got a big heart.
You know what? You're luckier with Apollo here. You're luckier with Apollo. Because genuinely, I believe if Trucy was here, she would chase you down the street. Trucy's a lovely person too, but Trucy's more no nonsense than we are. She would chase you down the street. She would make you disappear.
A big old water cash in your wallet, I hope.
You leave my wallet out of this.
Oh.
Hey, didn't you just finish apologizing for stealing from us?
Run away, head for the hills.
Really great design, really funny character. I'm glad we had Athena with us. Get back here, you. Again, this is good character writing as well, just showing Athena has her back already. You know, and that's like such a simple way of doing it. It shows this character is, you know, not a great dude. You know, he's obviously gonna like, he's obviously like playing us up. He's you know, kind of like taking advantage of a situation. Whereas you also show now that Athena has her back even this early. Talk about a quick escape. Looks like you dropped a few things. Looks like a pair of diagrams. This one's the crime scene. And here's here's the foyer. He left his shoes behind too. The guy's living in the definition of a bumbling thief. Let's hang on to his shoes. We can give them back next time we see him. As for the diagrams, I say we keep them. I like Athena's style. So it's like a little map. They look like something the police might draw. Wonder where the caretaker got him. So a diagram showing the scene of the crime. Well, why would he have these? I guess he's the caretaker, but to know where the camera was pointing to, that's gonna be important. Now then, as I recall, the Fox chamber should be at the top of those stairs. Whoa, man. Like, again, this is where Apollo found all this stuff. That statue of, like, the demons over there? It's pretty cool. April 17, QB Manor. Fox chamber. Whoa! The feathers, yeah, and the blood and the little claws. Where do these black feathers and weird tracks come from? The popular opinion seems to be that they're from Tenma. You mean the great evil has returned? Even if he did, I'd be laughed out of the courthouse to try and indict him. Hey, who are you and what are you doing here? This is a crime scene. Who is this? Oh. You are blinding. Your style is blinding. Very cool character design again. Like, again, the character designs in these guys, I really feel that they are like second to like very few. And who are you? Are you with the police? I asked first. Who are you? And what are you doing here? On second thought, I'm placing you under arrest for disturbing a crime scene. Under arrest? But I'm...
Save for the boys back at headquarters. Now come quietly or else. I don't want to be late for lunch.
Please, we're Mayor Tenma's lawyers.
Well, why didn't you say so? You're the lawyers I heard about. I almost took you two in. You two were suspicious, though.
I don't know how many more times I can take being called suspicious in one day. You can throw them if you want. This is a striking design. Like, the glasses are super cool, you know? He looks like Brad Pitt. Like, he has a Brad Pitt vibe about him, in my opinion. Maybe, like, just the jawline. And actually maybe, like, the glasses. Sorry, didn't catch your name.
My full name? I'm Bobby Fulbright. The heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil. The champion of justice who comes running whenever you're in need. And my catchphrase? It's injustice we trust.
Oh boy, this guy's a story and a half.
So, what can I do for you?
Wow, we're okay, let's go. Again, an extremely striking design, an interesting music like coming along with them as well. What do you think of this?
Justice needs backup sometimes too. So I don't mind you asking for help, but you should start by thinking things over yourself. After all, the road to justice starts with your own first step. Ha ha!
If you don't have information to offer, you could just say so. Maybe we should talk to him first and keep some other stuff secret for now. So it'd be okay if we had to look around?
Certainly not. No unauthorized personnel allowed.
Couldn't you make an exception?
Cease and desist at once, or you'll have to deal with my little friend here.
What do you have? A gun? Oh. Okay. Ah! Ooh! Injustice we trust. This guy's something else. He was just his badge.
You may be Mayor Tenma's attorneys, but you still need authorization to cross the police line.
Apollo, let's see if he can change his mind.
Good luck.
Let me know how it goes. But he's as dense as heroes come. So we can try and persuade him? Like, the red and the white is so striking, right? It's so striking.
You're wasting your time and mine. Nobody's crossing this line without authorization. I'm a wall of justice. Keeping injustice. I'm a wall of keeping injustice. A justice keeping injustice. That would be you. At bay.
Sai, I knew it. Look, there's just us and you here, right?
Justice and me, you say.
That's right.
Are you trying to say that Justice and I aren't enough to keep you out?
What? He's a lot. He is a lot.
No, silly. We're saying that you're an inspiration to our quest for justice. In our quest for justice.
Oh, really good, Athena.
No, it can't be.
Really good, Athena.
You have him on the ropes now, Athena. If you're on the side of justice, would you let us through? But guarding the crime scene is part of justice too.
Sure, but only a bad guy would stand in the way of justice, right? Athena, you genius.
Oh! Whose justice is the most just here?
Well, we can't have a fair and just trial without a thorough investigation, so...
Oh, Lady Justice. What would you have done?
What would you have me do? Sorry, I'm just like not being able to read today.
What would you have me do?
I think we really got to him. Yeah, he seems pretty neurotic as far as champions of justice go.
Our pleas for justice must have had a huge impact. It's tying him up in knots. Now's our chance to start looking around.
After all, that about authorized personnel only. This was very surprisingly easy. Oh, after all that about authorized personnel only, this was surprisingly very easy.
Should I stop them or let them through? Whose justice is more just?
This is what I love, again, like about Ace Attorney characters. They have this like hyperfixation on like something, and like it's like a hyper version of themselves, like how they do their characters. Like, you know, you'll have a character who's obsessed with like noodles, have a character who's obsessed with like, you know, stealing, and like they are like they can be seen as like a very like it's like getting someone's personality and that's up at 10 and turning to 11, and it makes things like a lot interesting, and it like actually fits the style of the game very well, and you get to know a lot of the characters, and it still evoke emotions. So that's the way I actually kind of like it. It's like, you know, Waki Kataki in the last game. How like, yeah, he's like a very, like, again, he is like a gangster son that's at like 9 and we turn it up to 11. We love him to pieces, one of our favorite characters. And still at the end, even with the kind of like the hyper realism of his character, you can still like fall in love with the character, because not every character has to be like this, like, you know, because it's a completely different game, right? Like the way I look at it, you know, like the game like that I love to pieces, like Lost Judgment and Judgment, that is a game about like, you know, at the end of the not like throughout the game you talk about lawyers and like serious tones of cases and things like this, and I feel like that's like their way of doing things, while Ace Attorney has their way of doing things, which is very colorful, very bright, has like some really cool designs. And in the end, it still leads you to kind of the same location, where it's like not every storytelling has to be the same. Not every single storytelling has to have a serious tone all the time. And they know when it's time to be serious. And both stories get to the same kind of end, which is like, I'm emotionally invested in all these characters and this story. That's the way I look at it. We're supposed to be finding clues related to the crime scene, right? Right, a search for the crime scene should turn up some evidence we can use at the trial. Let's try viewing the crime scene from different angles. You never know what's hiding just around the corner, right? So we move the cursor. Oh, here we go. Okay. And change your perspective with R. Okay, so, okay, I guess what the second thing was, that what I said was correct, is that, like, they just want us to kind of explore the kind of the very important scenes. If there's a particular spot you want to examine, just give it a tap. Okay, let's leave it no stone unturned. New salons commencer. let's get started. New salons commencer means Apollo is really handsome. No, I think it means that's just start, right? This is cool, because we haven't done this at all yet. Look, this statue only has one tail. Maybe it's the nine-tailed fox sidekick. I bet the number of the tails represents Yokai's power. So if you had 2 Apollo, I'd only have 1? Wait, what? Yeah, what? Not that it means you're better than me, you got it? Like I said, what? Yeah, like is she talking about her hair and her ponytail and our horns? Wow, this is a pricey looking chair. Apparently the mayor was found drugged and unconscious in it. Really? Yeah, and when he came to, he was arrested for murder. Talk about your rude awakenings. So he's the prime suspect in a crime he knows nothing about? That stinks. Oh, poor Mr. Tenma. He must be feeling so scared and confused. Yeah, he's actually very upset right now. He just doesn't know how to show it. Apollo, it's up to us to save him. It's like she's on her own emotional roller coaster. I think she's just very emotionally invested, which, like, you know what? I relate to her quite a bit. I relate to her quite a bit. So here's the thing that was ripped off then. The Forbidden Chamber. They say the demon Tenma Taro was imprisoned in there before his escape. Think we could get the door open? It's worth a try. Ugh. No good. It's shut tight. I don't even see a keyhole. Seems pretty hopeless. In justice we trust. Yikes. Did I just hear the voice of someone in need? Allow me to fill you in. This door simply will not open. Oh, so it's like shut completely. We tried and tried, but it won't budge. It's an essential part of the culture found in this manor, so we can't blow it up either. So an unopenable door, right? According to Miss Jinxie Tenma, it was shut tight when she came across the crime scene. Thanks for the tip, Detective Fulbright. We didn't expect you to be so helpful. Oh, forget I just said that. So the Forbidden Chamber was shut tight at the time of the murder. Yeah, what's it so cool about his character? Like, you know, they're spelling it out for me as well, so it's not like I got his character. Like it's what his character is like a character who is fighting with the idea of justice, right? The fighting with the idea of like, okay, do I help these people in need? But then that will let them, like, you know, get past the police line. But if I don't do that, then justice won't be fulfilled in the case. But then if they fulfill that justice in the case, that interferes with the justice of, like, having to protect the crime scene. I actually kind of like it. Like, the thing that's, like, battling inside his head. Sounds like something I better keep in mind. So we can't look at this in particular, but we can look at the bloodstains and the feathers. These weird tracks must have been made when someone stepped in Alderman's blood. Maybe the killer inadvertently made them when they were fleeing? They're pretty big tracks, almost bird-like. The feathers also point to a bird. Then it must be one big bird, and not one of the friendly yellow type either. Maybe it's some mutant bird creature. So your theory is a giant mutant bird murdered Alderman QB with a spear? It's more plausible than saying a monster or yokai did it. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Sorry to burst your bubble, but a giant spear-wielding bird of a definition is a monster. I don't know. If I saw a giant bird outside, I'm not thinking monster. I'm thinking that's a big bird. That's a Tengu warrior. Hey boss, how about we take another whack at it? How about taking another quack at it? That's a line from the Power Rangers movie. Ivan Ooze. My favorite joke in the history of the universe. So this is where the Alderman QB's body was found. Apparently, the murder weapon, a spear, had Mayor Tenma's prints on it. That's gonna be a very difficult aspect. That's not good. Never fear, Detective Fulbright is here. Yikes. Of course, I can't offer you any information on my investigation. So, in the name of justice, I must say goodbye. See you later, bud. I love the name Bobby. What was that all about? He is very much a Bobby. Oh, wow. Oh, my lord. That movement. There's something wedged onto this chair. Let's see if you can lift it up and... freeze. Yikes. No disturbing the crime scene evidence, even if you are the mayor's lawyer. He does have a point there. Hey, Detective Fulbright, did you hear about that attack over on Yokai Lane? I heard an elderly woman was assaulted by a strange yokai-shaped roll of cloth. Wait, and you wait till now to tell me? I better go over there once, in justice we trust. He's always looking to help people.
That was surprisingly easy. Okay, Apollo, now's our chance to look around some more. The more I get to know her, the scarier she gets.
Hope she never finds my weakness. She will. She will.
So can we check this out now that he's gone?
Or is it going to do the same thing?
Whatever it is stuck on tight. Oh, looks like a large blood-stained cloth. The blood is probably the alderman's, but it's pretty far from his body. Wonder how it got here. And why does this seem important?
I mean, we can add it to the court record, right? Or like our records at the very least.
Not that much to see on this side. Maybe I should go check the other side.
There are some weapons here.
This one's a spear, but what about this one? It looks like a giant pair of pliers.
Yeah, what is that one? I know the bottom one's a glaive.
Looks like something a demon might use. Saw something like that in a manga once. Really? What are they used for? One thing's like pinching through cheeks. Ugh. Pulling out tongues. Stop.
Yo, Widget's like, stop. Widget's saying stop. Oh, and you should see what they can do to a person's eyes.
Okay, I get the idea. I'm sure if this thing is just as simple as a simple can opener or something like that.
We can look at it like that for sure.
Demons eat canned food?
I always wonder what they ate besides people. Yeah, we're messing with her. We do like a little bit of messing too, like, you know? It wouldn't be fun otherwise. I love this. I love the movement. It's really neat.
This feels so spacious, right? It's a folding screen. I wonder what they were using it for. I read that Japanese used to use these in drafty ruins, but now they're just for show. You mean like my attorney's badge?
No, it's not for show.
Poor Athena.
That cop treating her like a child must have really bothered her. Oh, that's what's bothering, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it can be very difficult as well, like when you're like, you know, I think we can all relate to that feeling of people feeling like we're not adequate enough. And like a little thing can set off our whole day, you know, and change it. Not that that's a little thing, you know? Someone accusing you of a crime isn't a little thing. Apollo, what words come to mind when you watch that pendulum in there? For me, when I look at a pendulum up there, I think of... Like, what came to mind was like the, like... For some reason, like the Page Master movie? I don't know why. Maybe it's because it was a clock and the... I don't know why. That's really weird. I wonder why Page Master popped into my head. Fantastic, like, looking movie. I haven't watched this since I was a kid, but I remember, like, when it was on, it was, like, really cool looking. Unsteady and, restless. That's a direct representation of your current state of mind. Wait, was that some kind of psychological test? My diagnosis? This strange case has made you anxious, causing you to lose your cool. Well, he did find it, like, he did, like, see the body, and it probably did, like, mess him up quite a bit. You're actually not that far off the mark. I guess we'll look to this side now. Yeah, oh, there's the championship belts. Does it say like what the actual wrestling federation is called? Look, trophies. Oh, this one was awarded to Alderman QB. The amazing Nine Tails Yokai Div winner? There is Tenma Town Pro Wrestling Tournament. Yeah, so it's actually more of a local organization. Which is a bit different than like an international organization. So it's more just like a local territory. Yokai division? I didn't know you could have a division of one. Apollo, you should enter the tournament next time. And I have a perfect name for you. The Mysterious Firebrand. A mild-mannered masked lawyer by day, demonic masked wrestler by night. No one's going to hire a masked lawyer, Athena. That actually sounds like a cool thing. I mean, they had like IRS was a wrestler, you know? A lawyer could definitely do it too. That's cool. Tenma Town Pro Wrestling is what it's called. And there's like trophies here as well. What is this? Doesn't the Tanuki statue remind you of the manor's caretaker, Phineas Filch? This raccoon-looking thing? Yeah, it does look like him. Oh, I just got the best idea. We should knock it over. It might transform back into... Athena? Okay, I think I'm gonna enjoy being with Athena. I hope she like does more like assessments over like a psychological state too. That was really cool. Mr. Filch is mischievous, but he's not magical, you know? Way to waste a brilliant idea, Apollo. Exactly, Apollo. Way to waste a brilliant idea. So I saw this gleaming over here, this little statue.
It's Bloodied. Like the Ninetail and the Taro hero is fighting. What do we have here? Looks like a statue of the Ninetail Fox and Tenma Taro battling it out. Eek! Careful, Apollo, it's got blood on it. Really? Hey! You're right. I wonder if this is the Alderman's blood? Maybe that's what he was hit over the head with. How can you remain so calm after seeing all this blood? Well, this isn't the first time I've seen something like this, so yeah, true. You're not fun at all. These axe spies are grossed out or something from my first case. Oh yeah, it is our first case. Ah! Blood! I'm already a lawyer. You want me to be an actor too? A statue that was at the crime scene. It depicts Tenma Taro and the Ninetail Fox locked in battle. I think what she's learning now as well, what we learned already throughout our entire time in these games, is that like you probably think you're gonna get like a lot of respect as like a lawyer. You know, because you did a lot of work. You put in a lot of work. You're defending people and all this stuff. But then the majority of people in these games just want you to get out of their hair. Hey, this window opens. It's a nice window. Really nice. I love windows like that. And outside, we have such a steep cliff. The window only opens about 6 inches, not wide enough for anyone to get in or out. Look, Apollo. There's something caught in the window frame. It looks like gold fur. What a pretty color. It must be from some kind of animal. Wonder what it's doing here. Did Alderman Q we get have a pet fox? Golden fur added to the corp record. Okay, so we found some fur. Was that it? Guess that's about wraps it up. Okay. Now if only we can get that detective to tell us what he knows. What about that thing in the ceiling? Hey, Apollo? Do you hear something? I don't hear anything. Do you hear something? Oh, right. Your hearing must not be as sensitive as mine. What are you talking about? A whooshing sound, like the wind rushing through a narrow strait. The echo of someone's voice. In Justice We Trust! This guy is very, like, again, like I said, striking about personality and visuals. Someone's got a sharp set of ears. That was the sound of my righteous voice reverberating through the air duct. So that's why we couldn't check the air duct, I'm guessing, yet. I heard it through the air duct? Yeah, check it out. But why would she hear you through there? Why don't we go to the diagram? I can see the vent connected to an air duct that leads into the hallway. The wind must have rushed through there and carried my monologue went straight to your ears. And what a unique monologue it was. Wait, you were talking all the way there? I was just thinking, maybe the killer made their escape through the air duct or something. Good thinking. A cute theory, but I don't think so. The air duct in the hallway is low enough to climb into. That much is true, but as you can see, the vent in the ceiling is very high. 9 feet high, in fact. But if you could fly, it wouldn't be an issue. I highly doubt that there was any way to get up there without a ladder or something. And I don't see anything of the sort in this room, do you? I guess you're right. Speaking of things in this room. Yeah? Sorry, that was us. That was us saying. Again, sometimes I get mixed up. It's okay. And it's just like this sounds so bad. It's just that sometimes like the TV is like a bit big. You know, it's the one I got years ago, but I still love it. Can you tell us what you guys turned up, Detective Fulbright? Not on my watch, buddy. In the name of justice, I cannot reveal facts pertaining to the prosecution's case. I guess we kind of saw this coming. Well, I wonder if Athena can get through to him again, though. Oh, come on, throw us a bone here. Excuse me, detective, here she goes. Fulbright, but I recall you saying earlier that you would come running whenever we were in need. And I wonder if this is the kind of like psychological background she has. I suppose I did say that. Helping those in need is what justice is all about. But keeping information out of enemies' hands is also a form of justice. Which justice is the most just? Why is this always so hard? Well, how about this? Get him. She's gonna ruin his mind. Let's do a little give and take. I mean, serving the public is part of justice too, right? She's actually not even like messing with his mind. She's just literally like using his own like logic with him, you know? And she's really good at it because she's a very pleasant person. You know, like the police motto? To serve and protect. I doubt leaking information to the defense team falls under that motto. But that's the thing, she's using his own logic like, and his own hyper fixation on that logic against him.
Yes, of course. I must serve as well as to protect. Okay, I will share some information. In the name of justice.
We did it, Apollo. Yeah, we did it all right. But I'm not sure that was entirely ethical. I mean, ethics be damned. Like, we have, like, fought many people in these games that have not used ethical means. And I feel like whenever we can, like, again, I was so proud of Trucy last game when she used Mr. Hat as, like, a fake kidnapping, right? It worked out for us in the end. I don't mind using unethical means in these games. At all. So details of the case.
Was it Miss Jinxie Tenma who first discovered the crime scene? That's right. And this photo shows what she saw when she opened the door.
Rough.
Miss Tenma had a key allowing her immediate access.
A key? So then the Fox chamber was locked?
Yes, and Miss Tenma had the only key to its door.
Really? So Alderman Kiwi didn't have the key to the Fox chamber?
Actually, he had a master key for most of the doors in the manor, but it disappeared after his murder.
Disappeared? You think the killer took it?
It could very well be connected to the murder. We're looking into the possibility now. But it's timing of Miss Tenma's discovery that I think is most important. And of course, I'm not going to share that information with you.
You think you're some kind of champion of justice here? It's a plain old mean. Get him. Absolutely get him.
I won't fall for that. I won't fall for that, you shameless rascal. I only help good little boys and girls.
Little? Shameless rascal? Who even says that? Well, I wouldn't exactly call you a good little girl either. Well, like, you know what? Her being a little bit, oh my god, I didn't even see that animation where she rubs the sweat off. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Well, her being like, quote unquote, a bad girl has helped us. So we added something else to the core record here, or added something to the foxtail. Some fur was found at the scene of the crime. It's long and soft and appears to be from some sort of animal. There's the feathers, the statue. Yeah. In terms of the characters, we also got a bunch of characters we can look at in a bit as well. Feather and tracks. Those feathers and tracks look like something a yokai might leave behind.
You don't actually think the murder was some sort of monster, do you?
What's the name of that creature in the Forbidden Chamber? Tenma something? Because from the black feathers and the big tracks, it looks like the creature did it.
Our prime suspect would no doubt love to pin the blame on some imaginary creature.
Can Tenma, whatchamacallit, even be made a victim of slander? Yeah, he's gonna sue us. He's gonna sue us for slander, defamation. I doubt the mayor would do something as childish as blaming a boogeyman. So the most likely scenario so far is the Tenma guy left the feathers and the tracks behind to make it look like the yokai Tenma was the killer. Wait, what? Now I'm as confused as you. I think what she's getting onto is actually very smart. Like, whoever killed him left those feathers behind somehow. At any rate, I doubt Mayor Tenma would plant evidence like this. Yeah, I think she's onto something. So, Mayor Tenma is your only suspect?
That's right. Even his name, Damien Tenma, makes him sound like a villain.
Yeah, Damien. Yeah, and Tenma as well.
And he's a really scary looking too.
Wait, are you telling me that's why he was arrested? Because he's scary looking?
He was only on without an alibi.
Oh, is that so?
Yep. Other than the victim, the suspect and Mr. Tenma, the only others around were Mr. Filch and the Mayor Tenma's aide. And the two of them were together at the time.
Filch, the guy who tried to steal my bracelet? Just living up to his name, I guess. We should go talk to him again when we have a chance, for sure. What about Jinxie? She's not being suspected at all?
She may have no alibi whatsoever, but she also has no motive. It's unfathomable that she would murder the alderman and pin the crime on her father.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, you're right.
Besides, you really think a little girl could lift up a huge spear?
I've seen crazier things in this game, but we know it wasn't her that lifted up the spear. True enough, that spear looks even bigger than her.
That's all about it I can reveal at this time. Well, you must admit, Damien Tenma appears to be the most likely suspect.
I admit it looks bad, but I'm still not buying it.
Oh, and one more thing. I must warn you about the prosecutor.
Oh, here we go. The prosecutor assigned to Mayor Tenma's trial. I cannot wait to see who it is.
That's the one. He's, how shall I put it? Not what you'd expect. Oh no, oh no. Doesn't as you face a convicted killer serving hard time as a prosecutor before.
How is that possible?
What the, is that some kind of joke?
We need to know who this guy is. Now again, I don't know what the laws are like. I'm not saying like, you know, hey, you know, like, you know, I guess I don't want to like argue with a killer. So you do whatever you need to do to get your job. But yeah, like that's a new take on the Ace Attorney franchise, a convicted killer.
Can I ask why a man in prison for murder is serving as a prosecutor? Because he's mastered the use of psychology in the courtroom battles. Oh, Athena, you're gonna have to help out. Everyone's talking about how this murder was the work of some strange creature. But yokai are nothing more than a figment of the imagination. They're baloney. Who better to prove this than a master of psychology? He's the best man for the job.
But he's a convicted murderer, no matter how you look at it, that's just insane.
Well, the chief prosecutor personally assigned him, so none of us are in a position to question the matter.
This is really a dark age of law. We've seen a lot of dark things in the courtroom from prosecutors, to be honest.
This prosecutor, he wouldn't happen to go by the name of Blackquill?
You know him?
Bingo! Simon Blackquill. So you have heard of him?
You could say that. What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I bet you don't know his unofficial title. Ever heard the Twisted Samurai?
He's a... What? A prosecutor known as the Twisted Samurai who has killed people. The Twisted Samurai? Is that because he's a criminal?
Well, yes and no. You could say that it also has to do with his effect on his crime had on things.
How so?
His conviction is what twisted and warped the legal world into the dark age of law.
What? And he of all people is going to stand in the courtroom door? This is kind of scary.
Never fear, I myself will be there to protect you.
That's reassuring, I guess. Dude, like, I don't know. This is like the first time, like, again, we're always like, we're a bit weary about the prosecutor. This time it's like kind of scary. Not because he's a killer, but because like he's ushered in a dark age of law. And he's incredible at psychology.
Well, you kids knock yourself out. Can't wait to see how you do tomorrow. Because, like, here's the thing. We've stand face to face with murderers all the time in this game. The scary aspect is, like, what he did to, like, change law. Like, how is he going to act in the courtroom? How are we going to go up against him? And to do with the psychology aspect as well.
Wait, Detective Fulbright? I've been meaning to ask you something. Why are you barefoot? This doesn't look like the sort of place where you need to take your shoes off. Yeah, why? Why?
Ah! I hadn't even noticed. Why am I barefoot?
You honestly hadn't noticed until just now? Oh, come on, man. Wait a second. Those shoes you found earlier. Excuse me, Detective Fulbright? These shoes wouldn't happen to your... Oh, they were his shoes. Oh, so he took them. No way he was able to steal them from his freaking feet.
Yes, there they are. My favorite pair, in fact. Thank you for bringing them to me. You must truly be on the side of justice.
I mean, we'll take it. Don't tell Mr. Filch. Don't tell me Mr. Filch actually stole them from a detective. No, the detective part's impressive. It's stealing them off his feet is the more impressive thing. Stealing shoes right off of someone's feet. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's impressive. I'm more than impressed. I find it more amazing that Detective Fulbright didn't notice. Yes! How? Well, looks like we've gotten all we can out of the detectives. Let's see. Maybe we should go have a word with Mr. Filch. I want to hear what his alibi is. They move us along very quickly through areas sometimes. Like, they don't wait for us to move between the areas nowadays. Which is interesting. Before we do anything, I want to look at the court record at all the characters we're looking at here. Because it's actually really interesting to see. So we've got as far as... I guess like we'd say Athena, the latest lord to join her agency. She apparently studied psychology while she was in Europe. The caretaker for QB Manor. The detective investigating the murder of the Nine-Tails Vale. He's a self-styled champion of justice and keeper of peace. He's an interesting character. Again, very striking. I wonder how he's gonna like how he's gonna move on and how he's gonna evolve in the trial, or how he's gonna like, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? How he's gonna affect the trial.
This is just awful. Terrible, I say. Oh my god. Somebody help! What's after happening? Oh look, it's Mr. What was it again? Finch?
No, the name's Filch. Phineas Filch.
Keep on pilfering, you may wind up a jailbird instead. So what seems to be the problem, Mr. Filch?
Oh, just terrible. Terrible, I tell you. Come quick.
Okay. What's the deal with him, all of a sudden? Yeah, what's happened? Oh, looks like some kind of mask. It's the mask of the wrestler that's gone missing. This artwork is great too. Oh my god, so they left it here.
It's the Amazing Ninetales mask.
The Amazing Ninetales? Oh right, the wrestler who appeared during the festival's special event. What's his mask doing here? He'd never take off his mask like this.
Someone must have killed him.
What? Who would do such a thing? Let's go talk over there in private. What has happened? It's actually, again, giving some insight into like the mask wearing of luchadors or wrestlers. Now, it's not as big in, like, the same thing in Japan, but in Mexico, taking off your mask, it's actually like a really big deal. It's like a big thing in your career, and you even have to, like, at one point in time, because it was so connected to like the world itself, you had to like go to like officials to ask so you could put your mask back on, like for real, like real life, which is pretty crazy. So like that's what they're saying, like they wouldn't take it off. They wouldn't just take off your mask, especially in public. There's some white hair caught up inside this mask. Amazing Ninetales mask added to the court record. Like there's masked wrestlers who will bring their mask on a picnic with their wife. So when they're taking wedding or like say like photos, or like say the recently a wrestler like I think got engaged to his wife or like something like that, or his wife had a baby and they took a picture and he brought the mask to like a picnic with them or something. And like that's what they do. They would not leave their mask behind. They will keep it out. Like you'll see it, they'll have it every time there's a picture taken, they're like, let me put on my mask. It's always like that. So why do you believe that the Amazing Ninetales has been murdered? I mean, it's because they would never take out the mask, right?
You really want to know? You're a studious one, ain't you?
I mean, no, just tell me, please.
Well, it's like this. I dreamed of becoming a wrestler all my life.
Myself, sorry. I don't know why, like, I literally finished the sentence for him. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Today is a weird day.
Hey, how about you join me in a quest for the champion's belt? What a team, me and my bandage mask and you and that demon mask of yours.
This is my face. Wonder if I can make it big. Okay, we're taking it in our stride. Apollo, let's save your pro wrestling debut until after the trial. Huh? Oh, no. I wasn't actually... Oh, she thinks we're actually going to become a wrestler? Why did it let me pull me off topic like that? Come on, Apollo. Ask him about the Amazing Ninetales murder already. And he's actually very worried about it, which I actually think is an really cool aspect of this character too. Like he's so, like people are so obsessed with the story and this wrestler that like even like the caretaker is like, oh my god, no, I can't believe this has happened. Which again reminds me of luchadors and like even Japanese wrestling back in the 80s and 90s where like they would worship these wrestlers, you know, to the point that they were like bigger celebrities than most actors in some cases. Especially like in Mexico and Japan where they had like masked wrestlers where it was like Jushin Liger was like, again, a bigger celebrity than like you'd see a lot of actors. He was doing a lot of TV shows and things like this. So it does make sense that this would be like this. And whoever wrote this is coming out from a place of being a fan for sure. 100% from being a fan. The Amazing Ninetales.
The Amazing Ninetales is our village savior, and don't forget it.
Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. His trademark gold cape made to look like 9 fox tails. He whirls through the ring, smacking down Tenma town wrestlers left and right. That's so neat.
He sparked the monster's craze, revitalizing Ninetales Vale in the blink of an eye. Yep, saved our village from becoming a ghost town. Now it's a yokai town.
The Amazing Ninetales really does sound, well, amazing. So he is like someone that has like brought their town back to prosperity. Oh my god, look at him.
You're pretty amazing, huh? That's why he's worshipped like a hero around here.
I literally pushes himself back up.
I'm proud to be from the same village as him.
Come to think of it, you look like a monster like yourself, Mr. Filch. Guess it makes sense since you're from the same village as the Amazing Ninetales. That's a comment and a half.
I know a lot of people have told me I look like a yokai.
Okay, he's accepting it, taking it in his stride. Since when was that a compliment? Sometimes you gotta take everything you get. Wait, what the hell?
Check your pocket.
How'd you do that?
Keep it. I got lots more.
So he's a genuine super fan. He's a genuine super fan. Amazing. Ninetales glossy added to the court record. A photo of the hero sparked the monster's craze and saved Ninetales Vale from becoming a ghost town. So like his celebrity saved this place and saved it maybe from the tourist industry as well. So you keep saying that the Amazing Ninetales was killed. What's the story behind that? Are you saying he was murdered because his mask was washed up along the river outside?
That's only part of it. The main reason is no one's seen since the special event.
He's genuinely sad about this.
The word about Ninetales Vale is he was killed by Tenma.
You villagers really are superstitious, aren't you?
That we are. We love conspiracy theories, too. Like the mayor's diabolical plot.
The mayor of Tenma Town? What is he plotting?
Rumor has it he's planning on releasing Tenma. That's why he wants the merger. He'll open the Forbidden Chamber once he's in control.
That's quite the tale.
Ain't finished yet. There was only one person who could stop the mayor.
Oh my god, look at this image.
Our hero, the Amazing Ninetales. He vowed to battle the mayor of Tenma Town and stop the municipal merger.
I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. Apollo, we still have to ask him about the alderman's murder, remember? Yeah, so okay, there's like a very superstitious story going on, and not only that, but there's been rumors circulating about our client, which is not good. Mr. Filch, would you mind telling us what you were doing at the time of the murder?
I was in the caretaker's office, guarding the entrance like Mr. Kabuki said I should. And I made double sure no one came in. I have a clear view of the foyer from where I work.
You must be talking about the foyer, this small room up in the upper right. It definitely looks like you can keep track of the comings and goings from here, yeah, for sure. And you have an alibi to back your statement up, Mr. Filch?
I do indeed. I was with the mayor Tenma's aide. Florence Label's his name.
So the two of you were together? That's pretty sound alibi, alright. And nobody came in or out of the manor around the time of the murder?
Kept watching the whole time. Didn't see a soul pass by. And if anyone did, that their security camera would have spotted him.
So no one came in or out at the time of the murder, but look right over here, I'm already seeing an open window. And there's a security, and it goes behind the security camera. That means we're dealing with someone who was already inside when it happened. So do you think the mask is the real deal?
Without a doubt, this here mask is worn by the Amazing Ninetales.
What about that white hair I found inside the mask? Wait, I just thought of something. Remember the golden animal fur we found at the crime scene? We did, you're right, Athena. Yeah, she's right. She's on the ball. Such a good line of thinking. Look, there's even a spot where some fur is missing. Then this places a mask at the crime scene at some point in time. Which means... What does this mean? Someone with white hair who is linked to the murder and is against the merger? The Amazing Ninetales, no way. Could the Amazing Ninetales and the Alderman actually be... Something wrong, Apollo? You should see the look on your face. So he's saying because he was a wrestler too. Oh no, it's nothing. Maybe Jinxie could tell us something, since she works here. Golden fur reattached to the Amazing Ninetales mask. So he's saying it could definitely be her. So I guess, did you want us to move somewhere? Maybe to find, or maybe, is there anything else we can talk to you about? Can we present you something? Can I present you, well, you're the caretaker, so maybe you might know what this is?
Oh, that? Right. Okay. Well, it does ring a bell. It's ringing all right.
You want to thank me for my hard work and I humbly accept. No, this isn't a gift. Should have known this was a dead end. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, I guess they want us to move, probably. That's what we're going to do. Here we go. April 17th. Ninetale Vale, Yokai Lane. Oh, look. There's Jinxie. Oh, Jinxie. How you doing, girl?
Milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and...
Sounds like she's out grocery shopping. She must really like dairy products. Who doesn't? Well, people who don't like dairy products, I suppose.
I try to make a better milkshake, and in order to cure my lactose intolerance.
Maybe she should just stick to soy milk. Jinxie, hey, it's me. It's that demon lawyer. Okay, we're getting this stuck on her face every single time. Not a warning charm.
If that makes you feel better, though, she can keep sticking on my head. It's no problem. I'm Apollo. Who is she? All right. This is your first time meeting each other. Yeah. This is Jinxie, Mayor Tenma's daughter. She was the first to discover the crime scene. Oh, so she's the one who... hello. My name's Athena Sykes. I'll be helping Apollo defend your father at this trial. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too.
Where's Trucy? She's not with you? Oh, she went back to the office ahead of us. Yeah, she did. She did. Yeah, she did. I remember that. But don't worry. Athena and I are on the case.
Wait, how do I know you didn't... that you didn't gobble up alive?
Athena, why are you looking at me like this? I would never hurt Trucy. Ever.
Relax, I didn't eat her up. And I wouldn't do such a thing in the first place. Oh, poor little Trucy.
I'm about ready for some tears of frustration myself.
She's quite an, interesting character, huh, Apollo?
So, let's talk about the incident. Jinxie, do you remember any more of what happened?
Not much. At least not yet.
But do you think Tenma was the killer, right?
That yokai we saw at the festival?
Oh?
I don't know anything about that.
But you said Tenma murdered the alderman. It's okay. Oh, look at the... She has a bunch of them.
Yeah, what was that for? People see things when they don't get enough sleep. There's no such thing as monsters.
Did someone reassure that... Did someone, like, talk to her in between this?
Huh? What's gone into her? So if there are no monsters, you admit I'm human? No, you're still a demon.
So did someone talk to you? Oh, I give up.
It seems like Jinxie doesn't want to talk about Tenma for some reason. But that's precisely what we need to know more about. Besides, she's definitely thought there was a yokai there in the fox chamber. Jinxie, about this charm. That's... You gave me this when I was heading off to the scene of the crime. You thought Tenma was the murderer. That's why you gave this to me, right? That's true. But if there's anything else you could tell us, it would really help. And it will help your father, too. Alright then.
Okay, yeah, we can talk. Okay, here we go. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, we'll take our time, though, yeah?
Why do you think Tenma is the killer? I saw him with my own eyes.
So you saw it happen?
Or you saw him escape? Tenma was right there in the manor. He escaped his prison and ran right by me. What?
Jinxie says this is a big deal, but like, so obviously there is something to do with this, like, because I don't think she'd lie, right? Why would she lie?
I called the police after I stumbled on the scene. I was just about to head back to the festival grounds when I saw Tenma was right around here. He was running right at me. I was paralyzed with fear, but there's no one around to help me. Whew. The foul beast raced right by me.
Yeah, there's no way she'd be lying. So there's someone using at least a costume of the Tenma, right? Somebody's at the very least is doing that. Toward the foyer?
Mr. Filch and Mr. Red were supposedly in the foyer at the time. That means they would have seen Tenma too.
Sounds like you better get their statements. Looks like we have to talk to them again. Considering Jinxie's mental state, her eyes could have been playing tricks on her. True, but like again, like I think it's gonna end up in a way that like at the very least it's a costume. At the very least.
Apollo? Remember this picture in the paper?
Yes, someone else saw this too. Someone caught Tenma flying through the air. I wonder if it's the same Tenma Jinxie says she saw. Don't be ridiculous.
Tenma is the killer, and he could fly too.
See, I was worried someone talked to her. Because, or someone got to her and said, hey, it's not real. None of that's real. Or maybe she's trying to convince herself that it's not real. That could be a possible, reason why she's talking like this now. Jinxie works the Alderman's manor, so maybe she can shed some light on this. So no one knows the Amazing Ninetales' true identity?
Uh-huh. They say no one's ever seen him without his mask.
Doesn't that make you want to know even more?
Uh-huh. That's why matches where wrestlers try to expose their opponents are so popular.
Wait. You mean expose as in strip them naked? No, it's like, okay, maybe I want to hear what they say because maybe I don't want to go off on another wrestling tangent right now. You can think like a demon. It's probably mask versus mask. The only thing the winner removes is the loser's mask. Yeah, mask versus mask. It's a gigantic deal. Usually mask versus hair is another type of thing as well. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. It is. It's huge. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. So true. So you see, these unmasking matches are life and death battles for the wrestlers. That means this mask didn't just happen to wash up on the riverbank. There's got to be a story behind it. No one could stop the amazing Ninetales. Bet you'd be shocked to find out he's really the alderman. So that's what we're going for. We're thinking that this is the Ninetales. And there's Florence Label. That's the person we're against. No, that's sorry. No, sorry. I'm wrong. Sorry, I completely got mixed up. So this is the person who's in the is the aide. It's not the lawyer. It's not the lawyer. Sorry, I got that wrong there for a second there. Because I was like, oh, this is who we're getting. No, it's not. Yeah, this is the aide. And then the lawyer we're going up against are probably going to meet a little bit later during the trial, which I'm terrified because apparently they're pretty scary. Tenma you saw. About the yoga you saw at the scene of the crime. Anything else stand out? Actually, I heard this strange jangly sound. A jangly sound? Can you be a little more specific? My memory's kind of fuzzy, but I vaguely recall seeing Tenma holding a staff or something like that. Look at that. Yeah, it has like a bunch of rings on it. Maybe that's what was making the strange sound. Does Tenma usually carry a staff? Good question. I never heard anything like that, and it's not shown on the scroll. That's true. How about the other documents? Any of them show Tenma with the staff? This is the only known document depicting Tenma. After all, those who needlessly depict the demon are forever cursed. That's what the deal with the Tenma. Then what's the deal with the Tenma you saw, Jinxie? So it's like changed a little bit. So the sole document showing what Tenma looks like, it seems those who foolishly choose to depict the demon are cursed. So if you put on the outfit of the demon, you are cursed. Jinxie's eyewitness account of the demon in the hallway near the crime scene. She says it fled towards the foyer. Why didn't you tell me you saw Tenma earlier? She's probably terrified. Actually, Mr. Label oh, we were right. Yep, there we go. Yep, someone got to her. Mr. Label? Papa's aide. Oh, right. The other guy who was supposed to be in the foyer at the time of the crime. And what exactly did he tell you? Keep the village superstition in mind before you go talking about seeing Tenma at the time of the crime. Village superstitions? They say you must not gaze upon Tenma. Oh my god. In the event that you do look and then tell anyone what you saw, Tenma will claim your soul. So he definitely did do that so she wouldn't say a thing. And that's something everyone knows here knows? Sounds like a bunch of baloney to me. Uh-huh. Everyone from babies to the village elders know about it. But I didn't because I'm not from around here. Hey, come to think of it. Huh? Why is everyone hiding their faces? Hey, you, they mustn't stare at Tenma. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. They did do that. They all hid. And they all told us to hide our face, too. Steal my soul? Yeah, we remember this, yeah. The guy at the special event thing said almost the exact same thing. Apollo, do you think this Label guy actually believes in Tenma? I seriously doubt it. He's not even from Ninetales Vale. Then why would he try to keep Jinxie from talking? Good question. I think we better go have a word with him. Yes, time to unmask the monster of a mystery. Yeah, we need to talk to him as soon as possible. The last time I saw Mr. Label, he was relaxing in the foyer. Bueno. Next stop, the manor foyer. With any luck, he'll be waiting for us there. Yes. Okay, so we're just going there. Very well. I do like the way the game kind of moves you forward sometimes. April 17, QB Manor Foyer. There's no one here. Guess our luck isn't so good when it comes to Mr. Label. Maybe he's out for a walk or something. Somebody left something on the sill of the caretaker's office window. Oh, it's a TV program guide. Tenma Town Pro Wrestling, Howling Wolf vs. Pretty Boy Vampire, Blow by Blow, commentary by Timothy Twilight. Pretty cool name. Peekaboo, I found you, yokai of the Amazon. Join the hunt for the Tofu Taro. I married a yokai? That's pretty good. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Hey, it's Mr. Filch. What can we do for you?
I bet he was going to scream monster, which isn't really much of a stretch.
Ain't nothing I need you to do for me. What biz you got on my TV listings?
Oh no, it's just caught my eye. Can I ask you, if you watched this pro wrestling program today?
Twas a match between a couple of rank amateurs, though. It was a complete disaster. I reckon even I could have done better than that.
I seriously doubt that. TV listings added to the court record. Almost forgot, there's something I wanted to ask him. Mr. Filch, did you see anything unusual around the time of the murder? For example, Tenma or something like that?
Huh? Tenma?
So you did see him?
Oh my, how clean and shiny your fort is again today, Mr. Lawyer, sir.
It is clean and shiny, but that's besides the point.
Bet you shine up every day like a real party light. The ladies must love it.
Everyone loves it. And if they do not, there is a problem. Don't change the subject, and for your information, that was a seriously bad attempt at flattery. You got a good forehead. Jinxie said that she saw Tenma flee towards the foyer. So you must have seen when two of you were here.
Oh, yipes.
Well, I already pushed a button there. Well, did you see anything or not? Hold it. That's the murderer! That's him! That is quite enough. I must ask that you not pester my friend anymore.
I ask for giving being pestered, sir.
And you are? I am Florence Label.
Beau Divine and personal aide to the mayor, Damien Tenma. I've changed my voice because I realized that was just Gavin in the last game that I gave the same voice to.
Beau Divine? Like so divine? More like yokai grotesque. This place is crawling with monsters. I don't think he looks terrible, right? I like the style a little bit, you know? Like, he has his own style, and he's definitely, you know, with it. Oh, okay, no. What the heck is that for?
Ha ha ha! It was just a little cologne. You had a look of stinky sweat about you.
So?
It's my own original brand of cosmetics called Je suis la belle. Sniff, sniff, sniff. What a heavenly scent.
I think you just paralyzed my olfactory receptors.
Ha 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 ha! I suppose such a scent would be difficult for a peasant to appreciate. I'll have you know that brand is number 5 of Bonjour. It is my way of introducing myself. Enjoy.
Where's my bottle of adieu so I can return the favor? Oh my god. Actually a good joke, Apollo. Out of about the clone, please tell us what you saw around the time of the murder. Oh, I'm actually like pretty excited to talk to you. This is the murderer, right? This is the guy. You the killer. Why are we keeping Jinxie quiet? I heard you're the one who told Jinxie not to mention that she saw Tenma. He's looking through the planner book.
Why, that little... So she told you she saw the demon, did she?
Mr. Labelle, do you mind if I ask whether you believe in the village superstitions?
Oh, please. I was merely trying to keep with traditions. Nevertheless, I will say this. I wouldn't stick my nose into this whole Tenma business if I were you. Bad things happen to those who do. That much is true. He is one scary monster.
That's crazy. You really expecting to believe that monsters are real? Well, you're real, and you sure look like a... I take back all my compliments. You look like a fool. Look who's talking. Yeah, Apollo, don't worry. You're beautiful. Don't worry. So, Mr. LaBelle, you didn't see Tenma... Stop it!
Little Jinxie has an active imagination.
Isn't that right, Phineas? Oh, he's going to agree with everything you say.
That's right. Didn't she not? And especially not Tenma
Taro.
As for me, I only see things of beauty.
All right. So I guess you won't be able to look into a mirror. We were complimenting you 2 minutes ago. People are like, Calvin, I can excuse murder, right? But insulting Apollo?
That's why I can barely see you.
I've got 2 words for this guy. Total freak. The music's fantastic. Your alibi. Could I ask you what you were doing at the time of the crime?
In other words, you'd like to hear my alibi? To think you suspect me of all people. Oh no, it's just a formality. How dare you doubt me? That's an affront to beauty itself. You obviously can't see straight.
Stop spraying Apollo right now. There's such thing as too much cologne.
That spritz really helped. What were we doing, you ask? Go ahead, Filchy, answer the question.
At the time of the crime, we were, in the history of foyer.
Exactly. Good answer, Filchy. Good answer.
Just repeating what you do. Oh. So he's telling people to say stuff. He's going around like fixing everything up. What is with these two? Great, now he's got me talking like that.
Are we quite through here? I'm a very busy man, you know.
Right, well, thanks for your help. So these two were in the foyer but didn't see Tenma Taro. This guy's the killer. This guy's the killer.
Hey, yo, Pearly, Maya, fetch me the magmatama. We're gonna break these cyclops on this guy. We're gonna break him.
Come along, Filchy.
Where we going? Oh, right. Gotta practice these statements for tomorrow. Practice!
And this guy is bad news. This guy is more than bad news.
You're going to dig your own grave with your big mouth of yours someday.
What does he mean, practice statements? We know it. Look, Paulo, these guys are going to try and cheat their way out of this. Now, if you excuse me, it's time to touch up my makeup. Apollo, I know it sounds strange, but Mr. LaBelle seems unusually preoccupied with Tenma Taro. Really? How can you tell? Well, it's kind of hard to explain. You see, I can read people's emotions from the tone of their voice. You mean you have good ears? Something like that. People's emotions are expressed in the tone of their voice. My ears can pick up on even the subtlest of tones for some reason. Okay, what am I saying now? How do I feel now?
I am so happy.
I forgot you can't answer. Okay. That's me, egg on my face. That's an interesting skill, but what do you mean he's preoccupied with Tenma Taro? I'm not exactly sure, but it's like he was obsessed with the thought of Tenma Taro. That's what I picked up on from his voice anyway. Everywhere we turn, it's Tenma Taro this, Tenma Taro that. We should go talk to the mayor too. Sounds like a plan. We need to get to the bottom of that rumor about him wanting to release Tenma Taro. It's again, the game just moves along. Like, it's very, very different. Yeah, no, really cool character introduction, and I like that that's what we're gonna have to like go up against in this next trial for sure. April 17th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Something's wrong? Is something wrong, Apollo? Where did your enthusiasm go? What am I doing asking the mayor if he has ever thought about releasing Tenma Taro? At best, he'll think I'm an idiot. At worst... Oh, he's here. Look at this guy. It's so nice to finally meet you. I'm Mr. Justice's partner, Athena Sykes. There's the happy one. I'm looking forward to working with you, Mr. Tenma. Taro. Yeah, probably shouldn't say that. Oh.
Oh yes, I look forward to working with you too.
Hey, glad he didn't mind Athena calling him by a completely wrong name. He doesn't seem like a bad dude. He just seems like a bit like very prickly. Apollo, he's just kind and gentle looking, as I'd imagined. Looking for you after that blunder you just made. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. There are rumors going around about how you want or did set Tenma Taro free.
What utter nonsense! They always assume the worst of me because of the way I look. But those rumors don't have a shred of truth, I tell you.
A little touchy about his appearance, isn't he? Well, if you're kind of like pestered about that for your whole life, it can get kind of like annoying for sure. What he really needs to work on are his people skills. So let's... Tenma Taro's revival. So rumor has it that you want to push the merger through in order to release Tenma Taro. Of course, that's a bunch of baloney, isn't it? Sorry if I offended you.
So that's like the talk of the town, is it?
I can see how that would make you angry.
What if Jinxie's schoolmates start teasing her about this?
And the first thing he thinks about is Jinxie. Huh?
I must break out of here once, or tormentors must be taught a lesson.
No, wait, first we have to get you a not guilty verdict. Yeah, we will. We will get that.
Don't try to stop me. This is about a father's duty to his darling daughter.
We know we know about that in a Phoenix Wright sense.
Hold tight, sweet Jinxie. Daddy's coming to save you.
Relax, we'll look after your daughter until we can get you free.
Is that so?
You don't need to go straighten things out myself. Not this time. Not this time. We'll figure it out. Oh boy. They'd probably calling the SWAT team if you showed up at our school. True. Alright, I ought to ask about the reason behind the merger. Yeah. It seems like you're rather forceful in pushing the municipal merger. Do you really want the Ninetales Veil that badly?
Yes, well, it's quite an attractive prize in terms of tourism.
Wait. Am I feeling what I think I'm feeling? Oh, sure, I played a bit of hardball, but only when I deemed it necessary. Wow, okay, like, I didn't expect this to happen so soon. What is Apollo? Mayor Tenma may not be telling the whole truth. Really? How can you tell? People invariably tense up when they lie. That's where my bracelet here comes in. I can sense when the person I'm talking to is feeling tense. Because it begins to feel tight on my arm. No way. You can do that? Wait, so you believe me just like that? Sure, each of us has our own special gifts, true. Very true. Well, Athena has a gift too, her special sense of hearing. Oh man, I appreciate Athena already. What do you think the mayor's lying about? I don't know, but it's our job to find out. Here we go. It's been a while since my bracelets last reacted like this. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. Yep, there we go. This is actually a really cool mechanic as well. Now let's give it a whirl. Okay, let's see. The ability to see the smallest twitch. The slightest frown that no one else can see. Now maybe Mayor Tenma was lying somewhere in that statement he just made. And when he lied, a certain habit made itself clear under my eye. I just have to focus my viewpoint and focus on an area. Yeah, this is what we do. So you have to look around everywhere. There it is. Yeah, it's the eye. I gotta pour over every word he says and wait for it to appear. And then when it does, I'll perceive it trying. Yes. It's his eye twitching. Prize? Or maybe in terms of tourism?
Gotcha!
It has to be the twitching eye. Look at this. Mr. Mayor, please, you can trust us with the truth.
The truth? I don't understand.
When you mentioned tourism, the bottom of your right eye started twitching.
What nonsense is this? So what if it did?
Please tell us more about your merger bid.
What more is there to tell?
Why were you really seeking to merge with the Ninetales Veil?
I already told you. Tourism. The monster craze really revitalized the village and making it into quite the prize.
You really don't trust us, do you?
What are you talking about? The village has been a hot property ever since the monster craze started, has it not?
I think you've yet to realize what you're saying contradicts the facts. You stated the monster craze really revitalized Ninetale Vale, so you felt it would be an attractive prize for tourism, but that would contradict this, so what are we looking for a contradiction here? So you felt it would be an attractive prize for its tourism, but what would contradict this? Am I? Okay, let's see. Let's check this out. So we have this, but that's not it. That's not it. Oh, it was the hero. Is that what we say?
Take that!
The monster craze in Ninetales Vale is a very recent phenomenon. It was sparked when the amazing Ninetales rose up against the municipal merger. The village was practically a ghost town before then.
So you see, you couldn't possibly be seen as an attractive prize for its tourism. What's the real reason behind your push towards the Tenma town, which with 9 tails veil? I almost said 9-inch nails.
Well,
So we got him there. Okay, good. I thought it's not. Usually they're not trick questions. That's the thing. Usually they're not trying to trick you. Are you ready to tell me the truth now?
honestly, I never wanted to pursue the merger in the first place. But I had no choice if I wanted to protect my darling little Jinxie.
Protect you from what?
I received a threat. It said either I go through with the merger or my Jinxie
Dies? What? What? How awful. Who would do such a thing?
I don't know, but whoever blackmailed me must be connected to the murder.
Wait, so you think the blackmailer and the killer could be one and the same? Yeah, no, it has to be. Alderman QB was immensely popular, so you'd have to ask, who would want him dead? The blackmailer wanted the merger at all costs, had the motive. Yes. But why go from blackmail to murder? The merger protest won't disappear because Alderman was killed. Could it be? Or if there's another reason for the murder? Like what? Maybe the blackmailer discovered Alderman QB's secret identity, and his secret identity was a threat to the blackmailer's merger scheme. What do secret identities have to do with anything, Apollo? I have evidence revealing the Alderman's secret identity. Maybe it's time we use it. We have evidence? Oh, the mask. Do we present the mask? Mayor Tenma, please take a look at this if you would.
That's the amazing Ninetails mask. What is the meaning of this?
The mask was almost definitely at a crime scene, and there was some white hair inside.
White hair? You say there was but one person with white hair in the manor that day. What are you saying?
You know which man I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about Rex Hubie, the amazing Ninetails himself. No way!
The Alderman was impossible.
Wait, come to think of it, Alderman Hubie was a former pro wrestler. So the blackmailer turned killer when he discovered the Alderman's secret identity. Didn't I just say that? Yeah, but we need someone repeating it sometimes. But yeah, the amazing Ninetails was the threat to the blackmailer's scheme. He opposed the merger and as a result single-handedly sparked the monster craze. So we're saying that that's really good evidence that the Alderman was the wrestler in the mask. Even so, what was the mask doing at the crime scene? There had been an event at the manor, and maybe Alderman Kiwi was taking part in it. If you get my drift.
This is absurd.
Mr. Mayor, do you have proof of the threat that was made against you?
Yes, a blackmail letter. Unfortunately, it disappeared after the murder. I've been carrying it around in my briefcase, but now it suddenly vanished.
The blackmailer must have taken it with them after they killed the Alderman. Well, at least we clearly established the killer's motive. Mayor Tenma, visiting hours are over.
It will appear this meeting is adjourned.
Apollo, do you really think that Tenma Taro that Jinxie saw is the killer? I don't know. All I know is there's no such thing as monsters. What about that newspaper article? Could the killer have purposely freed Tenma Taro to do their dirty work? Oh, come on. There wasn't any Tenma Taro to release in the first place. Yes, but the only suspect the police have right now are the mayor and a yokai. That's true. That's very true. We'll probably be arguing whether there was a yokai involved in the court tomorrow. I can already see that look of disbelief on the judge's face. I think the judge is going to be okay with it. Honestly. I think the judge is probably going to... I think the judge over anyone else would probably be with it more than anyone very quickly. I think he's very receptive to like crazy stuff. And doesn't like logic. He loves crazy stuff. Apollo? Are you alright? I'm fine. I'll think of something. I better because I can't very well say a flying demon was the killer. At this point, the only thing I know for sure is tomorrow is going to be one doozy of a trial. Man, there it is. Crazy stuff happening. Like, this is one of those times where, like, I really feel like, you know, when something like tailors to like something you love, and I've always loved wrestling since I was a kid. So like actually it's actually really cool to have this involving a wrestler. And I actually do like that they're actually using real life ideas about the mask versus mask, or the mask versus hair, the exposing of the mask, how it's such a big deal, how it's seen like as the ultimate disrespect to take someone's mask before beating them. Like, this is all stuff that's very realistic. And I do love that they're using this here. I'm actually very interested to see where this trial is going to go, just because we do have to argue between the real and the supernatural. And our main focus is trying to prove that the supernatural doesn't exist, which is going to be very difficult since we also do some very supernatural stuff in this game. I think we're at the, we're of the belief that some supernatural stuff exists and then some don't. I think that's what, like, monsters don't exist, but our magic bracelet kind of does, which I think is fair because, like, it's whatever is real in that world, right? It's whatever is real in that world is what makes sense. Thank you so much to Tyfire 2, Jamie Bold, Jonathan Banana, The Ghost of Yuzuma, Felicious Felix, Eskun, Yuld, Radish, Fruity, Anusta, Ciabatta Bread, Malcolm J, V Mika, Jeff Trapp, Links Markey. Guys, I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.